Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time, back with his Tuesday expert entrepreneur and good friend of the channel, Omar. How you doing, buddy?
Good. What's up, guys? What's up, Michael?
Hey, man. So I got a question for you I have been thinking about for a while. So if you've been following my channel, you know that I believe we have front-loaded appreciation, both in prices and rents. And what that means is we are probably going to have a couple of years upcoming where there's possibly 0% appreciation and 0% rent growth because we just front loaded everything. So I want to play a what if game with you. You're in the high desert. I'm in Fresno, California. The viewer, whatever you market are in, I want to ask you this question. What happens if rents and home prices do not move for a decade? Let's assume nothing moves for a decade. Are you excited? Are you afraid? What's going on in your business? What do you think happens in the real estate world? So fast forward to 2031, prices are the same, rents are the same. What's up in your world, Omar? What do you think?
10 years. Okay. A decade puts me, 10 years older.
Yeah, very good.
I would still probably be, I'd still be doing what I'm doing. But I'll tell you one thing. Wholesalers are gone.
Yeah.
Because there's no spreads. So they're going to have to really get good at understanding sellers and buying it. Like, this is where your skill is going to come in because there's no appreciation anymore.
Exactly.
There's no
it doesn't bail you out.
Yeah. No, it does. Exactly. The market isn't going to help them at all. Now it's their skills. Flippers, well, you can still technically flip, but the margins aren't going to be as huge because you still have to buy. You know how we talk about the buying aspect of it, like, the deal that you do is when you buy, not when you sell. It's about when you purchase the property. That is the difference. That's the key, actually. And then the buy and hold people, like myself and you, we're going to have a field day. That would be fantastic if we get the rents that we're getting right now with zero appreciation, no problem. But as long as now let me ask you, is the interest rate the same in 10 years?
Good question. Yeah. Yeah, because it's all about payment, right? Exactly.
So, but still, because it's so high now, okay, let's say it goes to 5%.
Yeah.
No problem, done. It goes to 6%, done.
Yeah.
It gets closer.
It's closer, yeah.
It gets closer, but in that sense of being in this not appreciating or not rent or not the rent's not growing the next 10 years, that puts you in a great position if you know exactly how to problem solve with sellers.
That's the key. That's exactly where you went. Because again, when I think about a market that doesn't move for a decade, and again, I'm not calling it, I'm just saying what if, right? So again, I think you're right. I think wholesalers go boom, right? They burn their marketing dollars, they're gone. Most flippers are gone because most of them have been bailed out by the market, not because of their skill. Real estate agents, a lot of real estate agents are going to go bye-bye too, because you don't have the move-up buyer, the multiple transactions, all of that. Pretty much the only people that win are the ones that can problem solve, because you will still have motivated sellers.
Yeah, always.
Right? Life happens. People get sick, people die, people get divorced, people move. And people need, and if there's the big reason, again, no appreciation for a decade, dude, that means you don't pay a lot of your mortgage balance down in the first 10 years. So there's like no spread, right? Because you still got to pay 6%. So man, creative financing will be huge. Subject to would be huge. Problem solve. You're going to be sitting across the table from people that have no equity, can't get out, but want out. It's crazy.
It makes you think too, because there's no spread, right? Creative financing, buy some more property, sub 2. And the other thing, you're buying all these houses for depreciation, right? So how are you going to be making the cash if there's no spread? That means you have to be really smart and buy under, right? Because sellers are still going to need to sell. The motivation will still be there. This is a good example of a what if, because it puts you in perspective of what you're doing right now. Is it going to work if it's a flat market?
Yeah, because again, I think the real estate slowdown is coming. And I think a lot of people, if you really ask yourself this, a lot of your marketing would be different, right? It just would, right? You would have to change up. You'd probably have to market to people with no equity. And what does
Oh
that
yeah.
message look like? And yeah, it's just fun to think about. And again, rents stay the same. You can still cash flow. Buy and hold still works. Cheap debt, as long as here's the deal, right? As long as it cash flows the day you buy it, who cares? Who cares if it doesn't go up? Appreciation is not a variable in any of my calculations. It happened.
Mm-mm.
I get it, but not an appreciation. And that's again back to video number one. Why do I like real estate? Because again, I can look for those unique situations where people, again, they're called don't wanters. I don't want this anymore, and they're willing to take a deal. So yeah, I think real estate transactions slow down.
Mm-hmm.
I think homebuyer tax credits come out. I mean, again, it's scary to think about. Just for all the people that have been bailed out by the market, we will find out who the true entrepreneurs and the true business people are if we have a flat market for a decade. Because you can still make money, it's just harder.
Oh yeah, you have to think outside the box, and you have to be that the intricate person that does problem solve. Like we talk about this all the time. Like our whole like motto, together we'll find a solution.
Right.
Just a solution to a situation that all sellers go through. This is all we talk about all day long, is nothing but provide solutions.
Yeah.
That's it.
And then when I really get back to thinking about this, once you dial that in maybe 4 or 5 years into the 10-year cycle, you're probably adding more units with less down, right? Less
100%.
cash coming out of your account. Because then the only thing you're doing is you're going to cure the loan. It's 3 or 4 months late, maybe, or you're going to pay somebody to, because what have I done on low down deals? I've cured them, meaning they were late. I've paid movers before. I paid trash outs before. Yeah, I mean, you get into more deals, and then, oh, by the way, you still get to depreciate it. You still have the cash flow, because you, again, never do a deal that's an alligator. I don't care. So yeah, it's fun to think about it. It's kind of a mental
Check.
karate. Yeah. Because it's like,
It's a
wow,
mental check.
really?
Uh-huh.
Really? No appreciation for a decade? What would
Now
happen?
imagine if you live like that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. If you live like
your,
no appreciation, right? Pretending like all these deals that you're buying,
yeah.
and you're buying, okay, you know what? I know that that's not moving up. So anything bonus on top of it, provided, because
Yeah.
you always have appreciation, but it's not factored in the formula.
Yeah.
And rents will go down, they're going to go up. It all depends on the demand. It all depends on the supply as well.
Mhm.
But if you are if you focused on just understanding that part of it in today's market, you're going to do very well.
Yeah. The other thing I was just thinking about, just because again, I'm playing with this right now, is what happens to builders. I don't think they build a lot. I think they
got no cash to build.
They have cash, but the lots, right? Lots finished, because again, if inflation and costs and wages and all this other thing, I think you actually get a lot less building. So that means, I guess what happens is you just have so we had 2 years of excess appreciation, then we have a decade of no appreciation, but that becomes a spring that eventually has to explode.
It has to.
Yeah. So it's like your thumb on the top of a champagne bottle. Eventually it's.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Good analogy.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's fun to think about. I challenge all of you out there right now. Think about your market. What would you do different if you had no appreciation, no rent growth? Would you still do deals? Are you banking on appreciation? Are you a flipper that needs it to make your business? Wholesaler, same thing. It's kind of interesting. So any closing thoughts?
Yeah, I'm just thinking I'm gonna go buy some more sub 2 deals.
That's the key.
Right now. I mean, yesterday. Honestly, I want to take over everyone's payment. You're behind, no problem. You're behind, no problem.
I got
done. Like literally. Yeah. I own a good, I don't know, 7 or something like that are sub 2.
Yeah.
And they're freaking awesome. Yeah. I mean, awesome. Yeah. So it's cool. I'm looking forward to it.
Very cool. All right, man. How can people follow you, get part of your world, and maybe even join your team in the high desert? Where do you want them to go?
Yes, guys, follow me on IG at Omar_Alfaro, or go to my website, omaralfaro.com.
Thanks, buddy.
Welcome.